think we're ready. Recording in progress. Okay. Good. And all right. Good. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Saturday Sanga, October 8th, 2022. Oh, that's too loud. Here. Yeah. You are wherever you are, in so many places. Okay, good. Welcome, everyone. Let's begin. Jnananjana shalakaya chakshurun militam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Sthapitam yena mrupakara raghunatam vitam tam sadhikam sadvaitam savadutam parijana sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Swami iti namine namasine vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabando Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So here we are at Saturday again. Hold on, I have to do one thing. No. I'm just checking something. Okay, so today, you may be aware, is one day before the month of Kartik and Kartika. And not to come, you may have thought Damodara to come, but no.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, sorry to interrupt you.
But another song. Yeah.
Your internet connection is falling at times, so the connection is not quite good. So yes.
Well, I don't know what we can do about that. Are you sure it's my internet connection?
Yes, I ask others, is it mine or is it Guru Maharaj's? But it also says on the screen that your connection is not a good one, but right now it's good.
Right now it's good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, what to do? Okay. If it gets really bad, then I don't know.
We will let you know.
Yes. Okay. So now what I want to do is share screen. Can I share the screen?
Yes, you can share the screen.
Okay, here we go now. But I don't know where I want to be before I do that. Let's see what I'm looking for. Okay, and there's that, and then there's this, and here we go. Okay. All right, here we are. Now, if I move this over. Okay. Can you see Govinda Damodara Stotram?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. I don't know. ta-vastra-keśā, Krishna tadākrośad, ananya-nāthā, Govinda Damodara mādhaveti. So this is going to be Agre kurūn, Atha pandavānam, Duhsasana, ta-vastra-keśā, Krishna tadākrośad, ananya-nāthā, Govinda Damodara mādhaveti. I'm looking at our backup band over here. You can do it. He's just finding the verse. Okay. This is a song with lots of verses. We're not going to do all of them. We'll see. Maybe we'll do 8. I think it has 71 verses altogether. And it is said to have been composed by Bilvamangala Thakura. Now, there's one thing I'm missing is some water to drink. I forgot to prepare. No, just water is fine. Okay. Yeah, this time, let's just sing. Okay. All right, this is an experiment, as is everything we do. I guess we should do it 2 lines at a time. Agre kurunam Atha Pandavanam Duhsasanenāhr ta-vastra-keśā Agre kurunam Atha Pandavanam Duhsasanenāhr ta-vastra-keśā Krishna tadākrośad ananya-nāthā Govinda Damodara mādhaveti Krishna tadākrośad ananya-nāthā Govinda Damodara mādhaveti Shri Krishna Vishnu madhu-kait abhāre bhaktānukampin bhagavan murare Shri Krishna Vishnu madhu-kait abhāre bhaktānukampin bhagavan murare Trayasvamam Keshava Lokanatha Govinda Damodara mādhaveti Trayasvamam Keshava Lokanatha Govinda Damodara mādhaveti Vikretu kama kila gopakanya murari padarpita chitta vritti Vikretu kama kila gopakanya murari padarpita chitta vritti Dadyadikam mohavasata bocha Govinda Damodara mādhaveti Dadyadikam mohavasata bocha Govinda Damodara mādhaveti. Okay, then moving forward. Ulu kale sambrita tandulangscha sanghatayantyo musalai pramugdha Ulu kale sambrita tandulangscha sanghatayantyo musalai pramugdha Gayanti gopya Janitanurota Govinda Damodara mādhaveti Gayanti gopya Janitanurago Govinda Damodara mādhaveti Kechit karamboj apute Nishannam krida sukham king sukham rakta tundum kachit karambo shapate nishannam krida sukham king sukham rakta tundam adyapayam asasaro ruhakshi Govinda Damodara mādhaveti adyapayan asa sarohurakshi Govinda Damodara mādhaveti grihe grihe gopavadhu samuha pratikshanam pinjara sarikanam grihe grihe gopavadhu samuha pratikshanam pinjara sarikanam skalat giram patsyayitum pravritto Govinda Damodara mādhaveti skalat giram patsyayitum pravritto Govinda Damodara mādhaveti karyam kikababu whoops karyam kikabajam alam kumaram prasvapayantyo kila gopakanyai karyam kikabajam alam kumaram prasvapayanto kila gopakanya jagu prabandam svaratam labandam Govinda Damodara mādhaveti jagu prabandam svaratam labandam Govinda Damodara mādhaveti Ramanujam vikshana helilolam gopi grihita navanita golam Ramanujam vikshana helilolam gopi grihita navanita golam abalakam balakam ajuhava Govinda Damodara mādhaveti abalakam balakam ajuhava Govinda Damodara mādhaveti Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo, 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 Gaur Haribo. Okay, now let's see what these verses mean. Agre kurunam Atha Pandavanam Duhsasana ta-vastra-keśā Krishna tadākrośad ananya-nāthā Govinda Damodara mādhaveti. Before the her hair and clothing, Krishna, that is Draupadi, having no other lord, cried out, Govinda Damodara Madhava. Shri Krishna Vishnu madhu-kait bhaktānukampin bhagavan murare trayasva mang Keshava Lokanatha Govinda Damodara Mādhaveti. O Lord Krishna, Vishnu, enemy of the Madhu and Kaitabha demons. O Supreme Personality of Godhead, enemy of Mura, merciful upon the devotees. O Keshava, Lord of the worlds. Govinda, Damodara, Madhava, please deliver me. Trayasva. Trayasva is the verb deliver. Please, you deliver me. It's actually in the imperative form. Do it. But I think this can also have a polite sense. Vikretu gama kila gopa kanya murari padara pitachitta vritti tadyadikam mohavashat avochat Govinda Damodara Mādhaveti. Though desiring to sell milk, dahi, butter, etc., the mind of a young gopi was so absorbed in the lotus feet of Krishna that instead of calling out, milk for sale, she bewilderedly said, Govinda, Damodar, and Madhava. Tadya adikam mohavashat. So by the force of bewilderment, mohavasha, avochat, she did not say tadya, tadi, etc. Tadya adika. Why? Because murari pada arpita chitta vritti. Her chitta, her consciousness was stirred, or was engaged, actually was absorbed, engaged, was offered. Her engaged mind was offered to the feet of Murari, basically. Ulukale sambrita tandulanscha sanghatayantyo musalai pramugdaha gayanti gopyo danidhanarago. Full of grains, the gopis' minds are overcome as they thresh with their pestles, singing Govinda Damodara Madhava. Ulukala is a grinding mortar. Sangatayantya. Okay. Gayanti, they sing. Janita Anuraga. Their minds overcome. Kechit Karamboja Pute Nishannam Krida Shukang King Shuka Raktatundam Adyapayam Asa Saroruhakshi Govinda Damodara Mādhaveti. A lotus-eyed girl, Saroruha Akshi, a lotus-eyed girl instructed the red-beaked pet parrot, Krida Shuka. Krida means play, so a pet, Shuka, that was seated in the cup of her lotus hand. She said, Govinda Damodara Madhava. So this girl is teaching her pet parrot to chant Govinda Damodara Madhava. Karamboja Putta, in the palm, the kara, in the palm of her hand. King Shuka Rakta Tundam, I guess a red-beaked parrot. Grihe grihe gopa vadhu samuha pratikshanam pinjara sarikanam skalatgiram vachayitum pravritto Govinda Damodara Mādhaveti. In each and every house, a bevy of Gopa women is engaged in making the caged parrots constantly utter with broken words Govinda, Damodara, and Madhava. A bevy of Gopa women. A bevy means a group, samuha, collection. You're welcome to make yourself comfortable. She's hiding, okay. She's no, it says oops, and I scared her away or what? Oh. Okay. Paryanki kabajam alang kumaram prasvapayantyo akila gopakanya chagu prabandhang svaratala bandhang Govinda Damodara Mādhaveti. With the little boy lying in the swing, all the gopis used to expertly sing compositions set to musical notes and rhythm. They went Govindam Damodara Mādhaveti, Govinda Damodara Mādhaveti. Paryankika. Paryanka is a couch. No, it's a swing. Okay. Alam Kumaram. Prasvapayantya, I guess means causing to swing. Akila Gopakanya. The unlimited gopis. All the gopis. Okay, and the last one. Ramanujam Vikshana Kelilolam Gopi Grahitva Navanita Golam Abalakam Balakam Ajuhava Govinda Damodara Mādhaveti. the younger brother of Balaram, Ramanuja, playing mischievously, Bhikshanakeli Lolam, was dodging about her with restless eyes. Gopi Grihitva Navanita Golam. I guess his restless eyes. No, wait. Taking a ball of fresh butter to lure him over. Ajuhava, to attract, I think. Balakam. A gopi called out, Govinda Damodara mādhaveti. Navanita, yeah, of course, Navanita means fresh butter. Golam is a ball. So a ball of fresh butter. Gopi grihitva. Grihitva, having taken a ball of fresh butter. Bhikshanakeli. Okay, Bhikshanakeli Lola, I guess, is playing mischievously, dodging about her. Bhikshana would be restless eyes, I think. Right, that's the first 8 verses of that song. And the purpose in the Damodara Madhava, iti. We can chant the names Govinda, Damodara, and Madhava in all sorts of circumstances. For example, these described here, different devotees are chanting as they're remembering the Lord, or they're teaching their parrots. Yeah. So many nice ways of saying Govinda, Damodara, Madhava. Right. Okay. Hare Krishna. Again, welcome all of you to Saturday Sanga from Sadhu-bhavan. And oh, it's nice to see Naveen Krishna with us from Split. Haribo. Yes, we met in Split a few weeks ago after many moons. And we also see Sugopi Tungavidya is with us. Hare Krishna. Looks like you are in your home.
Yes, Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Maharaj. Pranams. Yeah, I'm at home. It's raining. It's raining too much, like since yesterday. And yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pleasant here right now.
Okay, it's rainy season, isn't it? Nice.
No, untimely rain. It doesn't rain during.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and now let's see. Divyambara is with us. And while you're here, Divyambara, do you have a sample of your book you want to show us? Your cookbook?
Yes, Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj, Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare.
Yes, this is my new cookbook.
Congratulations. Joy of Balance.
Yes, it just came out last week, and I've been so busy around the launch and media and interviews and all that. And also with it, we also released 5 masterclass videos. So 5 videos on Ayurvedic cooking. We just released them. Yeah.
Can you explain?
I'm a little tired.
Yeah. I've heard that expression, masterclass. Do you want to explain that? What is a masterclass?
A masterclass is a systematic, like, it could be in-depth or medium-depth presentation of the subject. but it's a systematic approach. And
I'm just realizing you don't hear anything, do you? Maybe earphones on your gizmo? Oh, I see. Yeah, but it's no point. You're sitting, you don't see it, you don't hear anything. Oh, okay. Bye-bye. Okay, we had a
you're breaking up a little bit, Guru Maharaj.
backup crew here, and now they've all migrated to the don't know what to say. That's how it is.
Oh.
So we'll have to make the best of it, I think. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Right. Darya Chandrika, do you want to introduce our new program, whatever we want to call it?
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Rasa Dadi Hari Prabhu will do that because he's the main, I would say, the one who created that
It's
idea.
all his. It's all his fault. In other words.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. So I would like to invite Rasa Dadi Hari to say here a few words.
Regarding our new setup of Saturday Sanga, you wanted this?
Yes.
Well, devotees know already this because I wrote this on Facebook and also on WhatsApp group.
Oh.
And I guess all of them got this message. Those not, we have some ideas to make our Sangha more dynamic in a sense that their questions and answers are always dynamic. So we wanted to put as the idea, as the main part of Sadhu Sangha, but to have this, all of you here have to cooperate. Have to have some questions in advance for Guru Maharaj so that he can prepare and answer them. And,
I don't know how prepared I'm going to be.
And later we will use these questions and answers for our books. Books with Guru Maharaj, it's cool.
Now I have to be really careful what I say.
But anyway, you will go through it again, so don't worry.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, and I can even tell you the title of the book which Guru Maharaj approved. Maybe
did I?
Yeah. It is called The Yoga of Devotional Inquiry.
Oh. Wow.
Like that, yeah. And that's the first thing. And should I go to the second thing? Okay, the second thing is our little book production report. And we have new book by Guru Maharaj, Yama and Niyama. Essential steps in classical yoga applied to the cultural bhakti. And Bilvamangala has a copy for you.
that was interesting timing. Kundamala just at that moment walks in the door and wow, okay, very nice.
Yeah, and I would like to first, of course, thanks to Guru Maharaj, because he really took some time to go through the book again after the transcriptions and editing and proofreading. and also to our devotees who gave really good contribution. And I will say, as donations arrived here, sorry that I'm looking on my right side because my another computer is here. Vrindaranya Gopal from Germany, Mitra Balaram from Luxembourg, Mahima Mai from Croatia, Kalavati from Bosnia, Andreas and Olga from Germany, Frida Ram from Croatia, Manjari Sharika from Macedonia, Sitarani from Hong Kong, Varshabaravi from Croatia, Dvarakagamana Devidasi from Croatia, Katya Yani from Spain, Suryakunda from Croatia, Audarya Chandrika and Dharma Gupta from Dubai, and Amrita Malini and Dinanath Prabhu from Croatia. So I want to thank all of them because of all of their because of these big donations. And there are other devotees who gave smaller donations, and then we printed, you know, because today's all the prices are going up, and it's not so easy. Another thing I want to say is that I think Kavichandra Prabhu, he said this quite some time on somewhere, either Facebook or WhatsApp group, that it would be very nice if we could have, or devotees can have PDF file of the books. So I spoke with you, Guru Maharaj, quite long ago. You said, okay. So I want to tell that all those who bought the book can get the PDF free. And those who just want the PDF, they can give a little donation, like €5. And this PDF will have stamp with your name over all the pages. So we know if you are sending around the PDF. I'm joking, but it's like a little bit, you know, in Vaishnava society, sometimes PDFs and everything is going around. And anyway, what can be done? So yeah, thank everyone for this very nice opportunity to do the service. And there are many devotees here who were working on the book, and you can see, well, I can see here, and on transcriptions and editing and proofreading and so on and so on. That's it. I already sent the books everywhere around Europe. Maybe all of you have some already copy. And those who, Malatimala has some package here, and there is in various places. And all these devotees who sponsor the books, I send them through the mail, classical mail, post office, and you will get it. Or someone will give you Lakshmi Priya will give those devotees from Rijeka copies and like that. So that is little news from regarding this book. And if everything goes well, this year we will print another one. And this is this book is composed of from the newsletter which Saumya Karuni is doing, this field notes parts, and then let's see, maybe another one also in the next few months. Let's see. Voyaging through the Bhagavatam, we just have to collect some Lakshmi for printing, and for the file notes book we also have already sponsored. The book is sponsored by devotees, Malatimala and Nadia Nimai. We also want to thank them, and if you want to sponsor one book, you yourself will be very thankful, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's more or less.
Thank you, Rasudari Hari, and my thanks to all who have contributed for these books. I'm speechless. What to say? I'm glad that we can do all of this, and all of it is meant, of course, to simply elaborate and give further attention to the writings of our previous acharyas, especially Srila Prabhupada. And so the idea is not to take us away from Prabhupada's books. The idea is to direct us toward his books. And hopefully it's having these books have that function. Now, before we go on with our new format, I have intention to a bit of memorial, because just a few days ago, we may say, there has been the departure of our dear disciple Raja Vasini Devi Dasi in Vienna. She was quite elderly. In fact, we can say she was the senior most of all of the disciples. I'm told that she was over 90 years old when she departed. And I wanted to read something that one devotee has written in her memory. I have to translate from German. It says, Alani and I were able to spend some time 4 years ago serving her, Rajavasini. At that time, she was so happy with devotees, to be with devotees, or to be able to be with devotees. And she practically all the time spoke about her Guru Maharaj. She was, for me, a great inspiration. She had daily performed her puja and chanted and so on, although it was very difficult for her physically. She was suffering physically quite a lot. She gave us a very nice example, and example of one who is surrendered. I am very thankful, endlessly thankful to her and Krishna for her association, to have had her association, and that I had the opportunity to serve her. May she always be in Krishna's service. May she always remain in Krishna's service. When Krishna's, and may she accompany Krishna as he's playing his flute eternally. So this is Rajavasini Devi Dasi. She was so many years practicing Krishna consciousness, and she was completely steady. And indeed, she had so much difficulty in the last few years as her physical condition was dwindling. And so I hadn't seen her for, I think it's a couple of years now since I saw her. And then I just got this news a few days ago that she had departed. So we can all pray for her, that she goes as this devotee who I don't know is quoted from a devotee that I don't think I know. As she says, that may she always be accompanying Krishna as he plays his flute. Hare Krishna. Srimati Vrajavasini Devi Dasi Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Now, okay. So how do we proceed? What do we do now?
Guru Maharaj, if I can, before we continue with the program, new program, can I take this opportunity because the Kartik month it's in front of our door. On Monday it starts, so I would again I would like to invite all of God brothers and sisters, guests, friends, to be part of the that we can follow the same brata as we did previous years, and that is to chant 16 rounds in one go as a vow for Kartik month. And of course, that we know who is in that, I would say, club 16, that we also write a short reflection about the experience in the same day, but every day. So like every day we are sharing our experience on email. So I would really like invite all of you, and of course, Guru Maharaj, that invitation is also for you. It will be really such inspiration for us if you can join us. So I will put in the chat, I will put my email address, so anyone who wants to be part of that Kartik Wow, please, you're most welcome. We start on Monday and we will do for the whole month. And yeah, when we reach the inspirations, it's really help us and support us in our chanting and connection with Krishna. And especially we are doing something together, even though we are living in around the world. So yes, that's just the invitation.
Yes, and as is just explained in the chat, I guess that's Avadhuta, right? It's about non-stop chanting 16 rounds. So not getting distracted, not doing all the things one tends to do to interrupt. And just say, okay, now it's me and Krishna. As Mahatma Prabhu says in one of his affirmations, I turn off my world and I turn on Krishna's world when I'm chanting my rounds. Yes, very nice. Good.
Yes, exactly. So I'm sharing my email address. So anyone who wants to, please send the message. I want to be part. And yeah, on Monday we start.
I was thinking that Kartik month starts tomorrow. Maybe it's for you down. Maybe it's for you by on Monday, and it's for anyway.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's okay. I don't know. I can take a look. Depend on the country where you are stated,
Yeah.
right? So, what do you suggest, Guru Maharaj? Should we start tomorrow or on Monday then?
Well, for those in Europe, I would say start tomorrow.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think tomorrow starts. Anyway, there's no harm in starting a day early.
Yeah, true. So from tomorrow on, we will start. Thank you. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj.
All right.
So if there's no one else to say something as show and tell, maybe we can continue with the new part of the program.
Oh, I just got just handed to me from Madhu Jivan is the calendar. Oh, so let's see, Purnima fourth month of Chaturmasa begins. So isn't that Damodara? Yeah, it's the month, so it starts tomorrow. No. Monday. Oh, it starts with Pratipat. Oh, I see. Okay. It's a little ambiguous because it says fourth month begins. That's on the 9th. That's what I was reading. That's according to the Purnima system, whatever. Yeah, these things are always confusing. I still say there's no harm in starting a day early.
Okay. I will host. I will be a host now for the questions, which the devotee send it through the to email, and I will also I will post email for the questions in the chat. Just a second. So here is an email where you can send the questions for Guru Maharaj. And somehow, because this month is Kartik month, we ask you to ask a question regarding Kartik month. Otherwise, could be any kind of questions, but it will not be answered in this month because of the topic is Kartik. Yes, there are quite many questions. And Guru Maharaj, if I can start with the first question.
It sounds like a quiz show or something. Let's see if you can answer this question. If you answer this question correctly, you will get a prize. You'll get a gulab jamun.
No, Guru Maharaj, of course not. We will get the prize because we will get, even in the book version, we will get all the nectar. It will come from your knowledge and deepness. And yeah, we're really grateful that you are for it. And that we can have a platform to ask all those questions.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes.
Okay, yes, exactly. So I read all the question and somehow I put it in because it's not about who sent it first, but Anandamayi Mataji, her question is that if you know the genesis of the very emergence of Kartik month, where the idea of celebrating it came from, who initiated it, and when. We know the very pastime of Krishna being attached to the mortar by Mother Yashoda, but is there any mention of when the worship of Damodara and Kartik month began to be introduced and what it entailed? What is the setting associated with this?
What is the what associated?
What is the setting associated with this?
Setting.
Setting.
Okay. Well, I suppose historians would make various sorts of guesses about the history, some history in modern historical terms, and I don't have any access to that. Whether anyone has attempted that, I also don't know. But one thing we know is that the Damodarashtakam prayers are to be found in the Hari Bhakti Vilasa, which was composed by, well, it's debated, but according to Brigupada Prabhu in Finland, it's definitely determined by him that it's been composed by Srila Sanatana Goswami, although he may have taken some resources from Gopal Bhatta Goswami. In any case, which means, and I don't know, the year 1542 comes into my mind just now as being when that was written, but that may not be accurate. But anyway, somewhere around the mid 16th century, so 15 something, which means that by that time at least, there was this idea of celebrating the month of Damodara, of Kartik, but I think there's every reason to believe it would go back much earlier, simply because, I mean, from a historical perspective, simply because he would not have included it unless it was already established. The Hari Bhakti Vilasa is, it's mainly composed of references from other works. More than 100 different texts are quoted in the Hari Bhakti Vilasa. And in the section, what is it? Maybe it's chapter 16 of festivals. This month of Kartik is discussed, and various vratas are listed, are given, and that's where we find the Damodaras to come. And Sanatana Goswami says, I just read this. His Holiness Shivaram Swami mentions this, that Sanatana Goswami says that although it's said to be composed by Satyavrata Muni, in fact, the Damodarashtakam is eternal, meaning that it was revealed to Satyavrata Muni, not that he simply composed, which means it has a similar status as Shruti. It's not just Smriti, it's Shruti, which is most authoritative. So from that perspective, it would make sense to say that Kartik Masa, the month of Kartik, it's always there. When you get a universe and you get when you get the system of time involving years and months, then you have Kartik as one of the months. And it's just, from one sense, it's just one of the 12 months. Damodar is one of the forms of Vishnu who is worshipped. And we all know these 12 forms, or we know the names if we're accustomed to decorate our bodies with tilak. We say, Lalate Keshavam Jaya Narayana-matodare Vakshastale Madhavantu Govinda Kanta Kupare Vishnu Chadakshine Kaksho Bahucha Madhusurana Trivikramam Kandaretu Vamanam Vama Parshake Sridharam Vamabahu to Rishikesham to Kantare Prishte Cha Padmanabham Cha Katyam Damodaram Yaset Vasudeveti Murdhani. So Damodar is the last of, or it's the second to last, the last. Vasudeva is sort of added on the top of the head, but we put tilak first on the forehead, lalate, Keshava, and we meditate on Keshava. That is, this is what is called nyasa. So we are sort of imprinting or impressing, placing. We are placing Keshava on our foreheads when we apply tilak on the forehead. We say Om Keshavaya Namaha, and then to the navel region, Om Narayana Namaha, and then to the middle of the solar plexus, Om Madhavaya Namaha, and then to this part of the, like where the voice box is, what is it? Om Keshava Narayana Madhavaya Govinda. So like that. So then the last is Damodara. And these 12 forms, names of the Lord, are according to this. This is part of the Pancharatra system of describing the expansions of Lord Narayan, whereby the difference between them is difference of which hands of the four-handed Narayana are holding which of the four paraphernalia: the club, the conch, the disc, and the lotus. So there's 12 different combinations of how they can be held. And don't ask me which way it is for Damodara, I don't know. That's all in Chaitanya Charitamrita in chapter 23 or 24, somewhere in there, of Madhya Lila. So what else can we say about the history? Aside from the history, there's the fact that it's widely observed. There's a tradition in Varanasi where women, every day for the 30 days of Kartik, they gather at one of the ghats of the Ganga, and they worship Lord Krsna. And they sing, I don't know if they sing Damodarastaka, but they sing and they do worship like that. So that's all going on. It's been going on a long time. It's been going on since before we were born. Yes.
Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. There is another historical question, question about history from Rasodadi Hari Prabhu. He's asking, it is known in ISKCON history that the prominence of Kartik month, including vratas, focus on it, ceremony of worship, saying glories of it, etc., became much more prominent after Srila Prabhupada left this world. How would you explain to future generations, let's say in a few hundred years from now, that during Srila Prabhupada time, he did not make emphasis on Kartik Vrata, vows, ceremony, etc. But after his passing away, ISKCON did?
Okay. The plot thickens. Well, I have an answer for that, but first I have to, I think I'll share the screen. Let's see how we're going to do this. Whoa, disappears. Why does it disappear? Come back. Oh, it went there. Hold on. Okay, maybe this will work. Let's try this. Yeah, okay. Share. Okay. Some of you may be receiving this newsletter, not a newsletter. What is it? Newsletter. It's from Madhavananda Prabhu. Every 2 weeks on Ekadashi, the Sri Krishna Katamrita Bindu. It's very nice. And in order to receive it, you just have to send him an email requesting, and you will be added as a receiver. So this just came on Ekadashi, this last Ekadashi, and this is the relevant quote from Prabhupada. You have asked about the specialness of the month of Kartik. And the answer is that it is a special inducement for persons who are not in Krishna consciousness to perform some devotional service. For persons who are doing nothing in Krishna consciousness, it is an indirect inducement to take to devotional service in earnest, seriously, where every moment is Kartik. In this connection, there's a good example that sometimes a store gives a special concession to attract new customers. But for those who are already customers, there is no need of a special sale. They will purchase at any cost if they know the important value of the goods. Similarly, those who are pure devotees do not aspire for any concession, and out of spontaneous love, try to engage themselves in devotional service 24 hours each day, 365 days every year without stoppage. So, to your question, because we see in that comment, Prabhupada seems to be minimizing, in a sense, the importance of Kartik and saying, well, it's a kind of a trick. It's a trick. For those who are not engaged in devotional service, here's a special sale that if you practice devotional service, you'll get so much benefit, 1,000 times, 10,000 times, 100,000 times results. If you do one little service, it says if you take one step on parikrama in Vrindavan or in Govardhan, it's equivalent to an Ashvamedha yagya. It's a lot of trouble to make an Ashvamedha yagya. You just take one step in Vrindavan. So these are all inducements, Prabhupada says. And so we might conclude from that, okay, we're not going to worry about, we're not going to bother with Kartik. That's just, we're just going to continue with our regular devotional activities, and we're fine. And in a sense, we can say that is the case. And the Hari Bhakti Vilasa is, from when I was studying it some years ago, it struck me that it's very much, it has to a large extent a sort of strong karma kanda flavor to it. That it is smriti, it's Vaishnav smriti, which is sort of like Panchopasana minus 4 deities. So all you have is the one deity, Vishnu. And one particular, we can say, exception to that is the Damodara, which has an unusually extensive commentary. The Dikdarshini commentary of Sanatana Goswami is strikingly long compared to his commentary to anything else in the Hari Bhakti Vilasa, suggesting that he considered it very important. Okay, so what do we say to people, as the generations pass, who may look at this and wonder, well, it was not practiced, now it's being practiced. One thing that could be said is, in the very short time that Srila Prabhupada was with us, it's astonishing how much he introduced, what he introduced and how much he introduced. That he would not put any emphasis on observing vows either during Chaturmasa or Kartik could be attributed to his not introducing so many things. But incidentally, he does refer to Chaturmasa, the observance of the austerities of not taking certain things in each of the 4 months. And Kartik is the last of the 4 months of the Chaturmasa. So in that sense, he's acknowledging it. Yes, he was not putting a priority on it, but he was, to my knowledge, he was not saying you cannot follow any vows on Chaturmasa or in Kartik. And so I would say the history of how it's developed after Prabhupada is just the history of devotees living for longer periods of time, for the most part, in Vrindavan. Of course, some were living for longer periods already when Prabhupada was there, but many, many more Western devotees began settling and taking up residence in Vrindavan. And naturally, they were becoming aware of the different devotional activities that devotees in Vrindavan do, including Kartik, and they would have seen, oh, so many more people come to Vrindavan during this time, and so many devotees follow different vratas, different vows during this time. And some of our devotees in Vrindavan especially became very enthusiastic for following some of the vratas. And in this way it developed, it spread. And I would say there's no harm in that. I would say the impetus, of course, ideally to engage in devotional service intensely every day of the year is the ideal. And recognizing perhaps that may not always be there. So there's special impetus during this month. And this kind of follows what Prabhupada is saying. We could say that Prabhupada, in what we just read, is speaking about himself. He's saying, you know, if you're on my level of devotional service, you don't need anything extra. But the rest of you can take advantage. That's okay. For those, I mean, he gives example of those, or he speaks of those who are not engaged. So we want to feel that we are engaged already, but we may also feel that we could be more engaged. So this is, okay, a kind of concession. It's an impetus, and every impetus for increasing devotional service is a good thing. Also, it is understood that this month in particular is identified with Krishna, or more specifically, according to Amarendra Prabhu in Atlanta, this is identified with Srimati Radharani. And he points out that the name Kartik actually is one of the names of Radha, Kartika Devi. So there's 3 names of this month. It's the month of Damodara, it's the month of Kartika, and it's also the month, this is mentioned in the Hari Bhakti Vilasa, this is the month of Urja Vrata. Urja means strength or power. And so this is a month for regaining strength, spiritual strength. And one way of understanding this is by engaging in devotional service, especially in this month. One is participating in, one is, how to put it, one is engaging in devotional service, which is pleasing to Srimati Radharani. And only by this we understand is it possible to please Krishna. And Radharani, who is also Radhika, the charming Radha, is also known as Urjeshwari. She is the goddess of spiritual strength, Urjeshwari. Urja Shakti is one of the Shaktis of Krishna. Yeah, so I'm rambling a little bit, but these are a few points. Is that okay?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, thank you so much. I will ask you two questions. One is from Dira Lalita Dasi, and another one is from Esther, Bhaktin Esther from Valtura. Dira Lalita Mataji, she's asking, what is the best way of observing Kartik month? And Esther, she's asking, I would like to ask Guru Maharaj if you can tell us more about the Kartik vows. So what is the best way of observing Kartik month? And if you can tell us more about the Kartik vows.
Well, okay. I don't think I'm the right person to ask this because I'm not I'm not an expert on the vows of Kartik. But what I understand is there's any number of possibilities of increasing one's devotional practices in this month. And that it's very much a matter of one's own decision, one's own choices about how to observe. The one practice I know which is specified for everyone is to offer a lamp every day, either morning or evening, or morning and evening, to Yashoda Damodara. And I think this question also comes up, do we worship Yashoda Damodara or do we worship Radha Damodara? I think the answer is both and, but maybe not exactly together simultaneously. But offering to Yashoda Damodara, it said, a lamp, that is considered a minimal activity. And it's a very nice activity. Some of you have been in Vrindavan during the month of Kartik, and you have attended the evening arti in the Krishna Balaram Mandir. And if you have experienced this, you have seen that the temple is completely packed, just completely full of people, and they are all simultaneously offering lamps to Shri Shri Gaura-Nitai, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram, Shri Shri Radha Shama Sundar Lalita Vishakha Devi. And so you see all simultaneously these lamps waving, and it's quite wonderful. And at the same time, the Damodarashtakam is being sung. So that's one very nice activity. Then we can say in general, there's two sorts of practices. One is reduction and one is increase. So reduction of activities of maintaining the body and increase of activities of devotional practice. So one might do some reduction of eating, not necessarily eating less, but it's common to make a vow. This month I will not eat any sweets, for example, or I will, they get quite creative. There's some fairly standard that are mentioned. One is to eat once a day and to eat only khichdi, and to eat only khichdi with no spices. And then you can go a step further is, I've never seen anyone actually do this, but to eat khichdi off of the floor like a cow. You're supposed to kneel down and I think they say with your hands behind your back. And you eat like a cow, khichdi. Yeah, this might be something to try. Anyway, reducing or simplifying, making simpler one's intake of nourishment. Yeah, and the other is then to increase the output, so to say, of devotional activity. And this, you can say in both cases, are a matter of controlling the tongue, especially if the increase is the increase of chanting the holy names, which is the perhaps most common. Some will make a vow that they will, if they're in Vrindavan, they will do, for example, Vrindavan Prikrama every day, or Govardhan Prikrama every day. Or they will visit certain temples every day. You'll see in Vrindavan any day of the year, I think not just Kartik, you'll see in the early morning hours some people moving quite fast, rushing from one temple to another to catch darshan of the deities. They'll come in, they'll offer obeisance, they'll see the deity, and then they'll, within a few seconds maybe, they'll rush out to the next temple. There, you may make a vow of increasing your reading. You might want to vow to make a daily recitation. It might be to recite one chapter of Bhagavad Gita, or to recite a set of prayers, possibly from the Bhagavatam, or any of the other sources of prayers. So to my knowledge, there are no sort of best or, most expected or required or whatever vows. It seems to be a quite individual thing. And it's said that one doesn't advertise one's vow, that if you tell others what is your vrata, you will lose the benefit. So you keep it to yourself, not that you advertise, oh, I'm going to chant 64 rounds Hare Krishna every day. Yeah, that's nice, but don't tell anyone. Is that okay? Did I answer? Did I respond to the question?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, thank you. So any devotee who asked that question, please raise your hand if you want to add something to the question, but otherwise we will continue.
Well, feel free to also add some points that you are familiar with. Sugopi, you want to say you're a Brijbasi, so. We don't hear you. Yes, okay.
Hare Krishna. It's not getting.
Yes, now it's okay.
And I'm not able to. Yeah, now it's unmute now. You can hear me. Yeah, Hare
Yes.
Krishna Maharaj. Yes, not exactly Brajvasi. In fact, I'm quite in a material world. Gurgaon is, but some connection. Of course, I find that Gurugram is Guru Dronacharya, the gifted village by Pandavas to Guru Dronacharya. So I definitely believe that while going to Indraprastha, Krishna might have crossed Gurugram. So that way, I feel blessed. That probably some sort of. Yeah, and I have a thought regarding month of Kartik. The first question was like, how did the month of Kartik come into being? Here they say, I don't know exactly the reference, but it's that Lord Vishnu goes into slumber, like he sleeps and he wakes up during Kartik. And probably that's the significance that when he wakes up, so we do all the auspicious vratas and all that to please Lord Vishnu. He has been sleeping for last few months.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's why probably we light the lamps. I've heard, I'm not brought up in my native Bengal, but I heard from my husband that in Bengal, they carry lamps to all the temples. Like they go to all the temples carrying lamps, and they give lamp in all the temples across. It was the practice before. I don't know what's now. So probably to please Lord Vishnu when he is waking up. And definitely there must be some geographical connection also, climatic connection also, because it was very hot and humid where the energy levels are really down, and suddenly the weather opens up and there's freshness in the air and time for celebration and do vratas, remembering Lord. So I think a lot of factors might have been put into place to celebrate this month of Kartik. It's beautiful, actually. Kartik is the most beautiful month here in India, and especially in Vrindavan.
Yes, that's a good point.
Yeah, that's what.
I know. Thank you. The weather in Vrindavan during Kartik is especially nice. It's hot before, and then it gets cold after, but Kartik is very nice. And you mentioned the waking up of Lord Vishnu, and I was first thinking, well, but he doesn't wake up until the end of Kartik. It's 4 months that he's, in Śāsanenāhr, and then they have Vaikuntha Ekadashi in Srirangam. They open that Vaikuntha door. That's when you can get liberation and so on. But perhaps these 2 points can be combined by saying the process of waking up the Lord begins 30 days before, and he is gradually waking up. So by the end of the month, he is awake, he's up. Yeah, good, okay.
Okay, so let's continue. Now, Guru Maharaj, we have from 3 devotees. similar question about enthusiasm. So Bhaktin Esther from Valtura, Nritya Kishori Mataji, and Vrindaranya Gopal Prabhu are asking, I will read the question from Vrindaranya Gopal Prabhu, how to preserve and maintain the enthusiasm to continue making extra efforts in devotional service to please the Lord and invoke his special grace upon us when the month of Kartik ends, when its sweet and thick spiritual atmosphere that helps create enthusiasm withdraws. This is the question after Kartik, and Nitya Kishori and Bhaktin Esther are asking how to maintain enthusiasm throughout the Kartik. And Esther, she mentioned that especially when you have a lot of so many duties in day, and of course a lot of material desires. So how to maintain enthusiasm through the Kartik month, and of course after the Kartik month.
How does one maintain enthusiasm in general? Right? I would say the key is to look to and allow ourselves to be inspired by those who are enthusiastic. When we see others enthusiastic in their service, then there's a natural sense that, gosh, they're enthusiastic. There must be some reason. There must be a good reason to be enthusiastic. And so if there is, let me find it out. And then how to find that out except by being enthusiastic. Srila Rupa Goswami starts this list of 6 things favorable for bhakti with enthusiasm. Utsaha, nischaya, dhairya. And significantly, he ties it with these other 6, and significantly with the next 2. Utsaha, enthusiasm. Nischaya means conviction. And dhairya means patience. Our enthusiasm flags if we feel impatient, if we feel, oh, where is the result? I want results. I want results. Where's the result? I'm not feeling the result. Let me feel some result. Then that becomes impatience, and then we lose enthusiasm. Nischaya, this word nischaya, chaya means something like accumulation, or like you can have a pile of grains, for example. That's a chaya. And nischaya, here the prefix is suggesting settled down. So there's a settled down accumulation of conviction. I don't know if that's the best way to explain it, but it seems to work. Conviction, a sense of, well, let's put it this way. I think the substance of both nischaya and dhairya is hope. It is hope. We cannot live without hope, human beings. If we were completely devoid of hope, we would just sit down and give up our bodies. So hope must be there, that something can happen, something can come about, something can be gained. And with that hope comes anticipation. Tate-nukampan susamikshamano punjana evatma kritam vipakam ritvakpa purbir viridang namaste jivektayo mukti pade sadayavak. This is describing the anticipation of a devotee who ritvak vapu, who uses with heart, words, and body glorification of the Lord. Susamikshamana is explained by Jiva Goswami as indicating anticipation. It's going to happen. What's going to happen? I'm going to get the mercy of the Lord. The Lord's grace is coming to me. It is simply a matter of time. So whether it's Kartik or it's not Kartik, utsaha nischaya dhairyat, and then tat karma pravartanat. Karma means action, in this case, just neutral. It doesn't mean negative or bad, it just means it has a sense of just doing one's duties. What duties? Tat, those which are, that one has, one's daily activities. And this brings up an interesting point that when we make a regulation, something we do for spiritual practice, sadhana, to do every day, that is called niyama seva. Like we have yama and niyama. Niyama here can just mean regulation. It's the sense that, okay, I have a regulation and I'm just going to do it no matter what. Whether, if there's a weather change, it gets hotter, it gets cold, or if my internal weather changes, my moods change, doesn't matter. I'm going to continue doing my regulation, tat karma pravartanat. And what that does, it brings steadiness. It brings a sense of balance. It brings spiritual strength. I may not feel enthusiasm. That doesn't matter. I'm just doing it because that's what I do. And doing that, keeping one's regulation, that is pleasing to Krishna. Krishna is pleased by that austerity of doing because it is to be done. An example of this was given by, again, Amarendra Prabhu. He's referring to Radhesham Prabhu, who's the temple president of the ISKCON Pune temple since many years. And Radhesham was contacted by one devotee who was traveling through Pune, and that devotee was requesting that I'm, on a very tight schedule. Could I meet you in the morning? I'm arriving at 3 o'clock in the morning. Is there any chance I could meet you at 3 o'clock in the morning? And Radhesham said, yes, that's okay. I can be up at that time. But then he got the next message from the same devotee saying, oh, the schedule has changed, and now I will be arriving at 6 in the morning. Can you meet me then? And Radhesham said, oh, I'm sorry, no, that is the time when I do. So we cannot meet at that time. You can be there and we can meet after, but that's my japa time. So some things, if one is a little bit strict about, rigid as far as possible, then that gives spiritual strength. From that strength can come the patience, can come the conviction and the enthusiasm. So they're all kind of tied together. Tat karma pravartanat sangatyaga sato vritte. Sangatyaga means avoiding or minimizing or giving up bad association, unfavorable association. So that can also be a kind of vow one can take in the month of Kartik. Okay, this month, I'm going to make a special effort to be careful. What is my association? And yes, getting back to vows, another thing you can do is decide, okay, this month, I'm going to work on this particular bad habit of mine. I have this tendency, maybe I talk prajalpa. This month, I'm just going to really be conscious about what I speak and to whom. Anyways, Sanga Tyaga and then Satta Vritti. Satta Vritti is, one way it's understood is honest labor. Vritti can be one's engagement for gain. What do I do in order to maintain myself? And satta is truthful, honest. So being a good citizen. So all of these are supportive of each other. And so it makes a kind of aggregate. I think this is what Jiva Goswami is suggesting, that the aggregate of these 6 things, they strengthen each other. Each of the 6 strengthen each of the other of the 6, and altogether they make for success in the practice of bhakti.
Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. I like that part when you said that all those 6 are connected, but when you said that even though I don't feel enthusiastic, or maybe I don't even feel it, but because I said it, I will do it.
Yes, niyama seva.
Very powerful. It's part of integrity also.
Yes, it's integrity. Yeah.
Okay, so the time is short, but let's try maybe last question from 2 devotees, because it is a similar question, and this is from Kirti Nandini Mataji and from Vishnu Priya from Golokadam in Germany. They're asking how important is Tulasi, and what is the special significance of worshipping Tulasi in the month of Kartik?
Right. Tulsi Devi ki jai. She is Vrinda Devi. And there are whole books explaining about Tulsi. This is not my expertise. But Tulsi, it's said that of all plants, of all herbs, Tulsi is the best. If you have no flowers, but you have Tulsi, you can offer Tulsi to Krishna, because Tulsi, Tulasi is especially dear to Krishna. And there are so many stories about Tulasi, as there's a kind of identification, Tulasi and Vrinda Devi. And Vrinda Devi she is the goddess of Vrindavan. She's really in charge. She's overseeing Vrindavan. It's said when you go to Vrindavan, you must take blessings. I think it's from 7 personalities, including Tulsi. You take blessings from the dust of Vrindavan, from Govardhan, from Yamuna, from Lord Shiva, from Tulsi, Brinda Devi Tulsi, and
dust, Vrindavan dust.
yes, I mentioned the dust. And of course, Srimati Radharani, she is Vrindavaneshwari, and Yogamaya, Purnamasi. Yeah. So I can't say anything more specific in connecting Tulsi with Kartik. Of course, at the end of Kartik is the Tulsi Shalagram Vivaha. And if I remember correctly, this is something which Srila Rupa Goswami has written a short procedure for. So it's bona fide. But the story behind it, yeah, I'm never very good at remembering these stories. Let's see now. Do we have time? Maybe we have time. Dear Lalita, you said you have your 61 lines of wisdom.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Well, it's quite long. It's like a 2 A4 piece of paper. I don't know if you would really want to hear it.
Maybe you can give us an introduction to it.
Well, I must say I was really struggling because my mind was going to the wisdoms that one learns when you're a little child. Whereas,
what was the prompting of this?
Oh, that was my birthday. I'm 61 years old.
Ah, right.
And you asked me to write 61 wisdom.
Okay.
So I took that to my heart as much as I could, and I wrote it. So please bear with me. I will try and read it nicely. Jai Lakshman gave me a little guidance. He said to me, I think you should write wisdom that are most important and the wisdom that you learned from the spiritual master. Any other wisdom don't really matter as much. So I was sort of focusing on that. I accepted his suggestion. Some of the verses are in rhyme, some are not. English is not my first language, and I'm not really a literacy person. I do like to read, but expressing it in words is difficult. So please take that in consideration. So here it goes. Many wisdom for different folks made them wise, but not for long. I was also in that bunch, but continued searching further for the deepest one. I told myself a long time ago, God's wisdoms only is a way to go. All the wisdom from all the ages has been given to me by the best of the sages, my spiritual master of priceless beauty. To serve and praise him, it is my duty. Krishna's wisdom are pearls on a string. They each sing the glories of the Supreme Being. Chant the holy name is my salvation, pure truth for every nation. Body I'm not, spirit soul I am, humility, not pride. Service to Krishna's devotees. Read Shastra and find the truth, so Do that still in you. Krishna gave us all. We just need to follow. Be determined and very jolly. Soon later, you will become holy. Let go of things that unnecessary stored. Holding on them will make you bored. Do your best, simple and true, an adventure for all, especially you. Hermeneutics is important and helps resolve any doubt. By learning about it, one becomes strong and stout.
And stout.
Worship the Lord as statue he is not. By doing that, he gives back a lot. The Lord deity can transform matter into a spirit and spirit into a matter as he desires. The Bhagavad Purana carries the fragrance of the supreme glory. Those lucky who smell it are free from any worry. Chaitanya Charitamrita, nectar personified, towards pure love, wonderful guide. The 18 Yogas book is a sweet wisdom key. Once you read it, it goes in deep. Be straightforward and don't hold back. It is real waste of time if you slack. Gratitude I'm learning still. I may realize it by the Lord's will. On Lord's glories, write your reflections. This will free you from Maya's infections. Lamentation for the Lord by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, still learning in the depth and like to learn more. Shri Govinda, the Lord of my heart, you, my dear master, are teaching me that art. Morals and ethics, important matter. In Krishna's world, it all works better. My senses by you I try to employ, for without doing that, there is no joy. Forgiveness, self-control, and calmness, and many more in Bhagavad Gita is to harness. Intelligence, knowledge, birth, fear, and death, all created by the Lord. By service and praise only, I may not be ignored. Fortitude, cleanliness, freedom from envy, and modesty, I'm aiming for. Non-violence, performance of sacrifice, austerity, and many more. I'm the forgiveness of the tolerant. The Lord is assuring so much more to learn in this lifetime touring. All the wisdom leads to love I found. By all of the love given to me, I am bound. Srila Prabhupada, His Divine Grace, carries wisdom even today. How very lucky my soul is that got enlivened by mercy of His. Glorify your teachers, wisdom givers. It is like bathing in holy rivers. In everyday life, be real, true to yourself as a proper deal. Serve the Vaishnavas as best as you can. Vaishnava etiquette is a way for a man. Treat others as you would like to be treated. I cannot reach Krishna if this part isn't completed. I'll be gentle to others' pain and troubles. Always help if you can with their struggles. Be personal and value Vaishnav's association as they are the Lord's representations. Stay sane for the service sake, service to the Lord without any mistake. Celebrate festivals of Lord Krishna's incarnations. Become detailed and thorough in your observations. Every person is very important. KC, Srila Prabhupada said, I must follow on that and show respect. Don't look at the other's faults, but rather bring out goodness results. Those who worship the Supreme are the best of all. In comparison to them, I feel really small. At my master's lotus feet, I bow down. I wouldn't want to lose this jewel I found.
Bravo. For English not being your native language, you've done quite a bit of nice rhyming, I think. Thank you.
Thank you for encouragement, Guru Maharaj. It's all thanks to you.
And something, Rasodari Hari, you wanted to say?
Yes, I wanted to say, because it's already, it is 3 o'clock. I wanted to say two things. One is regarding vrata, vows, technical thing, because there was some confusion I see regarding the calendar. The usual, at least according to the science of muhurta, is that we give vow on Purnima, and therefore the day after it's starting like in this connection. Then we start from the tomorrow. We gave vrata on full moon till the next full moon. So vrata starts from tomorrow. And another thing I want to also
wait. The vrata. Wait a minute. So tomorrow, you make the sankalpa.
Yeah, from the Monday I will do this.
Right. So, and then from starting Monday, that's when you start.
Starting Monday. Yes.
Okay. Thank you for that clarification.
And also, because we are at the end, I want to also ask devotees to send to this Audarya Chandrika's email more questions on Kartika, maybe for the next. We have some, but maybe even more, and so that we can next time we can also continue in this Kartika mood. That's all.
Well, maybe we can suggest not just Kartik, but also regarding, we can reflect during this month, especially on Govardhan, Govardhan Puja, Govardhan, everything about Govardhan, which for me will be good because I'm getting ready to go to Govardhan in a few weeks. And then we're going to have...
Yes, I thought everything inside the Damodara, Govardhan Puja, or like that. Yeah, Govardhan, why not Govardhan? That would be also.
Yes,
and
nice. Damodara Lila, like that.
Yeah.
Good, okay. So I will say thank you all very much for joining us. I just noticed that Dunya has joined us this time. Dunya Bukadin from Srikvenica. Welcome to you.
Yes, Hare Krishna, thank you.
Welcome. And so many, and Pushta Krishna is also with us. Nice to see you all. So I want to wish you all a wonderful first week of Kartik. Since we're talking about vows, you may find it helpful to write down what it is you want to do, especially this month. To write it will help you to be fixed in doing it, I believe. So Kartik Masa ki jai, Damodar Masa ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Big mercy.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj.